came to Salina my junior year of college on a cross-country and track scholarship, and I really had two goals. I wanted to run fast, and I wanted good grades in that order. And I think just like most other college athletes, sports was my life. I mean, we had 6 days a week practice, 2.5 hours a day, 10 miles on average running, so there just really wasn't much time for anything else. But being a part of a team, I had some teammates who invited me to one of our weekly worship events. And while I was there, I got to meet some really cool people. But one of the things that I thought was strange was we seemed very similar. I mean, we were both Christians, we lived in the Midwest, we were there on sports, but there was something different about them, something unique. And as I got to know them, I realized that they were just authentic followers of Christ. I mean, it didn't matter where they were on campus, they were the same. They followed Jesus. So they invited me to be a part of this little Bible study that happened on Monday nights. And, to start that, I had to, I had to find my Bible. And I just remember looking for it. It was all over my room. And I ended up finding it in the trunk of my car, of all places, and showing up to be a part of this Bible study and really just diving in for the first time with people who were Christians around me. And one of the things that I remember at the very beginning was in the very first book, or the book of John, the very first verse, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And for the first time, really realizing, like, when I opened the Bible, I mean, this is God speaking to me. You know, I thought I had to be some super spiritual guy. I thought I had to hear from the heavens, but it was right there the entire time. And it was just this really unique experience where I started to realize that the amazingness that the Bible was and how I could actually hear from God. And so this started this journey of trusting in God and really finding out where my identity was. And at the beginning was small things like finding a church and finding Crosspoint as my home church. The summer between my junior year and my senior year of college, I just felt like I was supposed to stay in Salina, but it didn't make sense because I had a good job waiting for me in Lawrence. But I knew also that if I went to Lawrence, the possibility of me becoming the old trail was really great. And so there was this just trying to trust what God really wanted from me. And I was able to find a job, but then I even found a family who let me live in their house the entire summer. And just that freedom from financial burden of trying to save money and pay for living, just having that taken away was just this huge relief. That next fall, I was asked to help co-lead that same Bible study that I had spent the entire year prior in. And I remember thinking, like, me? Like, there's no way. And just God providing not just the leadership behind the scenes, but my friend Grant, who also co-led, that we could just really work together to see what God was telling us and just to try and teach and to learn so much more about discipleship than being in God's Word, but really speaking into the lives of our friends, really, that made up this group. These small steps that really helped me learn that process. And I mean, none of them alone were these life-changing moments, but I mean, through following God, it ended up changing my life.